Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Rules Institute of Canada and broker of record for City Bureau Realty Inc. brokerage. Tonight's topic is risk with private or alternate mortgage. As you know, I am a principal broker and president of Canada Express Mortgage Inc., license number 13241. My broker license is M08002130. Because of interest rate hike, lots of borrowers, property owners, home buyers who need additional funds to close a deal, debt consolidation, or whatever financial decision they have to make. And they need funds for a transaction. Conventional mortgage qualification does not qualify them. They will be forced to go to alternate lending, or we call private lending. Most seniors who reach a point where they have built up quite a bit equity, they will secure their monthly needs based on reverse mortgage. But alternate or private mortgage primarily is a temporary solution for your financial needs. And you need to revert back to conventional mortgage financing. Temporarily, you may need money to close a deal for 6 months. Or you need funding to carry on your activities. You may have lost a job, your income is an issue. The private lending or alternate lending is based on home equity, where they are focused on the value of the property, how much equity you have, what is the market value, and you can draw the money. They look at to see your ability to pay. Obviously, when you are taking a second mortgage, it is very stringent in terms of fees, lawyer fee, brokerage fee, so many issues that associate with the private lending. The most important that factor that is exit strategy. FISRA, the regulator for mortgage industry, has put together a beautiful video to share with the consumer the risk associated with alternate or private lending. And you should contact me and I can provide you the link to watch that video if you are in this predicament where you need financing. I'm a principal broker. You can call me directly at 416-451-3489. I will be able to guide you. The alternate mortgage is when you arrange under certain conditions for a short period of time or maybe 1 or 2 years. You need to plan how you're going to pay back that financing. Sometime you have transactions, you have income that is coming and you need temporarily borrow for 3 months or 4 months and then you can sell it. I have a client recently asked me, they were using reverse mortgage. So when you have a reverse mortgage and you want a private lending, the lender will not go there because reverse mortgage become a second priority. And then if you have a third priority, you borrow money, there's nothing much left there unless there is equity. So the private lenders say, I know, I don't think we will give the money because they already have a reverse mortgage on the property. So this is why it's very important to think about it. In reverse mortgage, you borrow the money at one time and they're going to start charging you a percentage of rate. And that is start accumulating every month that you borrow until you pay that loan. Normally people borrow it for 1 year. At the end of 1 year period, you have to give not only the principal back, but also the interest that has accumulated that you did not pay any mortgage in this period. So you have to return both of them. And there are always penalty there involved. So you have to watch that when you are doing that, whether reverse or a private mortgage. So the private lender often give you mortgage based on the value of the property instead of your income, because they look at the value. And now, as you know, certain pricing and certain value, I have shared with you our average value for the standard mortgage, average mortgage price for detached home, or average price across Toronto Region Real Estate Board. For example, November last year was 1,079,420. In 23 is 1,082,179. So there is a 0.3% increase, almost flat. So same price what you have in November is the same. And our price, for example, average price based on 75,049 transaction last year with Toronto Regional Real Estate Board Market Watch, the average price was 1,190,737, and our average price based on 62,576 transactions so far, our average price is $1,129,012. So I'm expecting that we probably will go close to 1,140,000. So that means we are about 50,000 approximately lower than the average price across Market Watch report will be down. And that's I'm projecting that is going to go down rather than being a flat. So when you are talking about month to month is improving, but overall you still see a flat rate increase for 2023 because of this impact of the interest rate. Now, going back, so if your value of your property goes down, obviously you will get less money. And this is very important during the ownership of your home, that you not only pay your mortgage, you will pay accelerated mortgage, weekly, bi-weekly accelerated, or monthly when you do it, double up. That means you can pay double. So when you pay the second payment, it goes directly toward your principal. Unfortunately, because interest rate gone high, lots of mortgage that came for renewal, lots of people didn't qualify. And that's the reason in November, we have almost, I'm going to look at the report, we have active listing 40.75%, active listing. And new listing has increased last November to this November 16.5%. So that shows more and more people are selling their property because they can't afford the mortgage. And that forced them to stay in their house to borrow money. The private lending is that you borrow money from family or friend is also private lending. And there is a cost of borrowing it. If somebody is drawing money against line of credit, 7.2% right now with most standard bank, how can somebody can give you that money without you paying interest? But still it's cheaper than borrowing and private lending because there are fees involved. The broker applicant whose originator will have to, they have to pay fee. The lender will have to pay fee. You have to pay the lawyer's fee, and then search is really expensive. If you borrow 100,000 through a private lending, you're looking at probably 11 to 14% interest rate, and you're looking at about almost $8 to $10,000 fees to get that 100,000 right now. So it's expensive. So you have to see is that the mortgage that you buy as a mortgage, in normal cases, it will be so strictly interest only. There's no principal. It's only interest only. That means you are actually not paying your principal. So when you take a private mortgage, you are not paying the principal. You still have to pay principal at the end of maturity date, and then you also have an exit strategy. How I'm going to do this payout if she's a 6 month, 1 year, 2 year? And this is very important question that you need to ask to your brokerage. So you need to speak to FISRA licensed principal broker or a broker or agent. I have a license. I mentioned to you, my license personally is MO8002130. And the brokerage is license is 13241. So you need to talk with them because we are trained. Even though right now I'm going through my continuing education. Every year we do that, whether we do business or not, you have to have license. So when you are dealing with a brokerage, you have understanding. You have understanding risk associated with this. You need to have a cooling period. You need to have a review of the terms of your agreement with your lawyer. And you also have to develop strategy. There are two principles that particularly are applicable to mortgage, and we all licensed people observe. Know your client. We need to know our client. That means where your affordability, your suitability, we have to see how the money is coming and how you're spending. Can you handle this kind of transaction? If you are already in trouble and now you are going into a private lending, it's going to cost you more headache because you will be paying a original mortgage plus you're getting a private lending. So cost is high unless there is a strategy, and we have to calculate your risk. And then second is know your client. First is know your client. Second thing, you know your product, means suitability, risk associated with arranging a mortgage for you, whether it is a conventional mortgage through the banks or lender or B lender. There are some other B lenders. Before you go to the private, each one will charge you fee, and there is a fee that the bank will charge you, alternate lender or credit union or a private lender. There is always a fee involved. So you have to be careful. So when you speak to a principal broker or a broker agent who is licensed with FISRA as a professional, you will get a good advice. This is very important, is that to understand that this is why. Now, when you are talking to a mortgage agent or broker, you have to say, you have to ask questions about why are you recommending this private? Can I not qualify with a traditional mortgage? This is the question you should be asking based on what you provide. So get a satisfactory answer. And whatever solution is provided, is this the best solution? Because bank will have their own policy. But when you are dealing with a broker, agent, or principal broker, they have access to alternate many vendors, lenders available to give the financing. So they can ask that question again is the proposal that your broker is going to give it to you, is it suitable for you or not? This is very important, is it? And based on your situation, you are explaining your situation, why you need that. And this is very important. Your situation, your need has to be compatible what is being offered to you by the broker. And you need to know what are the expenses associated with it, because normal case, I tell you, 100,000 will cost you almost $8,000 to $10,000 in fees, because lawyer, normal cases, they charge you $350 in a real estate transaction. They will charge you $2,000, and you have to fight. There's nothing you can do, because lender will tell you, this is my lawyer, you have to pay money. And they will not, they have no choice. They will not. You have to bargain that. They're too much, very expensive. No. And what are the normally, what are the alternative proposals your broker will bring? 1, 2, or 3. What are the terms in there? You know, if you have the ability to terminate, is there any penalty in there? What will happen if I cannot pay it off at the end of the term? Do I have to pay the broker fee again or lawyer fee again? What are the renewable possibilities to continue to renew it if I'm not able to come up with the money? So this is why. And how the rate, interest rate will fluctuate. Is it variable or is it fixed? Normal cases, prime plus so much variable. The bank, those private lenders, they don't want to fix it. They say, okay, minimum will be 11-12%, subject to a prime plus 4 or 5%. And they will not want, and you have to calculate that. As a broker has to calculate that, what are your monthly payment, because you have to disclose that. And obviously, when you have the term, when it start, when it end, what is the interest rate, what is the monthly payment, what is the renewal terms and condition, when is that I have a repayment schedule, that means I want to pay back that. This is very important. And sometime, should I get my lawyer to review the agreement? Remember, the law said there is a 48 hours. There are waivers, and you have to have a consent. In a private lending, you have to have a minimum 2 days for you to decide, unless the lender or the borrower wants to, to renew the, they want to review the legal document. So you need to have to make sure lawyer watch the terms and conditions that are suitable for you. And any partner, because lender could be one person, could be various partners, and this is very important, who are providing the funds for your lending and what are the conditions. And when they give it to you for signing it, you take it to your lawyer, get it reviewed, and make sure you understand all the terms and conditions. So important thing is the amount that you are borrowing, fees are you paying to the brokerage, to the lawyers, title insurance, there will be a charge on your property, a lawyer's fee. At the end, what is the final piece you can come back, and then you have a schedule of payment. They will say, okay, when is going to start? You got the money. After 1 month, you start paying. You have a schedule. At the end of your term, you have to pay back, or you have an option to renew it. Definitely, you will be paying a brokerage fee. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and continue our conversation.
मशरकी तहजीब की खूबसूरत दास्तान, बरसों से चली आ रही रिवायतों का पासबान, खुशबू और जायके का वही कदरदान, करते हैं हर खाने में अपने लज़्ज़त का एहतमाम। हर पकवान है बेमिसाल, हर खुशबू है लाजवाब। कढ़ाई पॉइंट, जायका ऐसा कि दिल जीत ले। आज ही हमारे कढ़ाई पॉइंट तशरीफ लाएं और अपनी खुशियों को हमारे संग मनाएं। कढ़ाई पॉइंट, मेड विद क्वालिटी एंड फ्लेवर्ड विद पैशन।
Q Wireless and Computer अपने तमाम डिवाइसेस, फोन्स, आईपैड्स, टैबलेट्स, मैकबुक्स और लैपटॉप्स के रिपेयर्स और मरम्मत के लिए हमसे आज ही राब्ता कीजिए। हम क्वालिटी एक्सपर्टीज के साथ साथ आपको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट डायग्नोसिस भी देंगे और डेटा सिक्योरिटी की गारंटी भी। अपने मुफ्त कोड के लिए हमें आज ही कॉल करें 647-350-6606। अगर आपको दुबई या मिडल ईस्ट नुमा ज़ेवरात की तलाश है तो आपको दूर जाने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं। आज ही हमारे मिसिसागा रिजवे स्टोर तशरीफ लाइए। अल करम ज्वेलर्स। हमारे पास सोने के बेहतरीन कंगन, कड़े, झुमके, हार और सोने के सेट्स भी दस्तयाब हैं। शादी हो या मेहंदी या कोई भी फंक्शन, आपकी पसंद के तमाम जेवरात आपको हमारे स्टोर में मौजूद मिलेंगे। आज ही हमारे स्टोर पर तशरीफ लाइए। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, 3465 प्लैटिनम ड्राइव, यूनिट 99, मिसिसागा। या फिर कॉल करें 905-828-0009। अल करम ज्वेलर्स, फरमाइश आपकी, गारंटी हमारी।
Has opened a brand new location in downtown Vancouver. Satisfy your craving for Cajun at this new location off West Georgia and Hamilton Street, where you'll find all your favorite Louisiana-inspired menu items. We sampled the unrivaled trio of sandwiches, the classic, the deluxe, and the blackened deluxe chicken sandwich, and all were delicious. All of the signature fried chicken is marinated for 12 hours, then hand-battered and breaded, served with Cajun fries and mac and cheese on the side. Plus, for a limited time, you can try Popeye's Crispy Chicken Wrap, available now until September 3rd. Check out the new Popeye's location at 700 Hamilton Street today. Who are you bringing with you? Tag them in the comments.
This is the latest opening in BC for Popeyes, with more openings coming soon in both Alberta and BC by PLK Group.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
HK Movers, home, offices, apartments and delivery, big or small, we move it all.
HK Movers.
Local and long distance, we also ship cars, Kalar transport and moving services.
For service with a smile, give us a call.
Call Mr. Harminder 416-524-6704.
416-524-6704 पे.
Visit 140 Advance Boulevard, Unit number 10, Brampton.
Long distance moving specialist.
HK Movers. HK Movers.
मैं नासिर शाह आपका मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर। अगर आपको मॉर्गेज चाहिए किसी तरह की, होटल लेना, मोटल लेना, गैस स्टेशन लेना या किसी प्लाजे में कोई यूनिट बाई करना है, तो उसके लिए आप हमें कॉल करें। हम दो चीजों की गारंटी करते हैं, आपको बेस्ट टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन और बेस्ट रेट दिलाएंगे। आप कॉल करें 647-741-9000, 647-741-9000।
डिक्सी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और अप्लायंसेस पिछले 16 सालों से खरीदारों की खिदमत कर रहे हैं। हम लगातार 4 सालों से खरीदारों की पहली पसंद बने रहने का अवार्ड हासिल कर चुके हैं। हम किचनर्स, बॉश, वर्लपूल, एलजी, सैमसंग और जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक के ऑथराइज्ड डीलर हैं। 5 स्टार खिदमत का लुत्फ लें। हम आप सभी को टीवी सबसे ज्यादा रियायती दामों पर देने की गारंटी देते हैं। www.dixieelectronics.ca हमारी वेबसाइट पर जाएं या अभी कॉल करें 905-625-5900। सभी बहुत ही मुनासिब कीमत पर दस्तयाब हैं, जो आप बाआसानी से ले सकते हैं। At Dixie, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment. We are talking about risk with the private mortgages. And once you have secure a mortgage commitment through your mortgage agent or broker, you will be sending this to your lawyer or partner to review it. And what happens when you sign it? Once you sign it, the lawyer will give you the money and you have made a commitment for the specific period of time to pay the mortgage, the payments start. Now what will happen is the cost that you expect, that I mentioned about the cost and fees that you have to pay, and a renewal option in your agreement that has to be considered, because what would happen if you're not able to arrange a renewal, and also how you pay your payment. Mostly they will take a post-dated check from you and they draw money or pre-authorization from your account. Those fees, mostly fees that you will be paying, they are deducted from the loan, they advance you. So if you need 100,000, so you better seek 110,000, so 8 or 10,000 will be gone to the fees. So you need 100,000 for closing a deal or whatever reason paying for the students or your loan. Now, you have to find out this second mortgage, would it affect my ability to secure a mortgage? If your plan are that you're going to renew the entire mortgages and you temporarily borrow the money, then at the time of renewal your mortgage, you're simultaneously working on paying this off and renewing the rest of your mortgage. Because this is very critical point is that you have to know why you are doing this. You are creating an obligation. Now, it will affect you because that becomes a liability. It will be on your title. So when the creditors or lender, when you seek a new financing, they can see that you have borrowed that money. They look at your income, they look at your asset, they look at your liability, and determine your ability to pay further if you're going to refinance things. And right now, the criteria, again, the Financial Service Office of the Financial uh, Institute, they have not changed their OFSI has not changed their stress test. Therefore, you still have a contract rate, whichever they offer you, plus 2%, the risk to protect that. We are beyond that. Lots of people have gone beyond their means to carry on the mortgage, and they put the property in the market. It's very important. Now, and what happens if you can finance it in the future? If you reach a point where you see that it's not possible to pay this loan, it is not possible to comply with the loan that you already have, mortgage that is coming for renewal, so think seriously. Either have family member join you, parent borrow money, or whatever it takes. Otherwise, it's better to sell the property and not to worry about this challenge. So now, if you want to renovate or improve your property and you borrow money, it doesn't affect your the mortgages. It's only a fact that you are improving it is better. But the important thing is you are borrowing more money at more expensive interest rate as compared to conventional mortgage. So this is why you have to check everything before you do it. So summarize it, and before you close a mortgage, ask questions to your broker. What are the really fees are? So when is mortgage commencing? How much they are allowing it? How much are the fees? How much brokerage fee? How much lawyer's fee? Any contingency fees? Any penalties for paying it early? Or any penalty? What will happen if you don't make a payment? Do they have a power of sale condition? Would they put my property in the market if I miss one payment? How is going to impact me? So this is very important for you to understand that it's possible that a human can make a mistake and payment doesn't go out from your account. They can put you warning. And second mortgage, they have to clear the first mortgage in order to sell the property. So there are lots of challenges involved with that. So you need to have, basically, at the bottom line, you need to have exit strategy because you are paying a very expensive mortgage. You have the highest rate, you have paid a tremendous amount of fees, and now you have another liability on your part, and you want to pay out. Why would you borrow it if you have no plan to pay out? And this is the question. He says, how I'm going to pay this out based on my condition? Why this mortgage, private or alternative solution is suitable for me based on my condition? So your agent or broker will calculate suitability, risk analysis to make sure this suits you and look at the all other options available to you. The biggest thing is it should not affect your ability to renew it pay it off, and go back to the conventional mortgage. This is not a long-term solution. It has to be short-term solution and calculated. All costs are calculated, risk calculated, whether your ability to renew it, risk if you miss the payment, you have this a mediation process where for some reason that something happens, you must understand when you don't make payment for mortgage, even for the bank, it goes everywhere. It goes to credit reports and everybody document that. You might have to come back and arrange and pay that off. But it has the issues. Your property value goes down, we got issues. So this is very important when you're thinking about alternative or private mortgage or reverse mortgage. Think about it. Do we have to have? Do we need to have this mortgage? Can we survive without it? Why would need it? Is it a short period of time, long period of time? What are the fees? What are the expenses? What are the lawyer fees? Do we have a review of the lawyer? Is this suitable for us? Should we take the risk of doing it? Do we have a choice? If you don't have any choice, and it is a temporary solution, and with your brokerage, with guidance, and providing you expert opinion to proceed or not to proceed, choice will be yours. Professional, mortgage agent, broker, or principal broker, they are licensed by FISRA to provide you professional advice because they're expert on that. If you have any issues with regards to this program or other program, or regarding the risk with the private mortgage, please call me directly on 416-451-3489. I'd be more than happy to answer your question. I hope this was educational for you. To watch my all Realty Coffee Talk show, go to Awaz Entertainment or awazent.com, YouTube, also realtycoffeetalk.com or Realty Coffee Talk YouTube channel, and watch this episode and provide your feedback. Thank you for watching. May God bless you all. May God bless Canada. Bye for now.